I have sent over 5,000 cold DMs on Twitter over the past month or two trying to land clients. I have done it manually every single day. Some flopped completely and from some I got few booked calls, but one small tweak tripled my response rate. So in this video I'll show you exactly what worked, what failed, and how you can start landing clients without being spammy. And if you want actual DM templates, I have linked my free Telegram group down below. When I first started sending DMs, I thought it will be simple. I thought I'll write a few clever lines, hit send, and clients would just start showing up. But what actually happens was nothing. Out of 100 messages, maybe 10 people saw it, a few replied not interested, and the rest just ignored it. At first I thought it was my offer problem, but what I learned later is that cold outreach isn't broken, but my process was. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to stay consistent long enough till you find what works. That's the real difference between people who win with cold outreach and those who quit after a week. One day I saw a tweet from a big name in my space. He said he never replied to cold DMs that pitch an offer right away. And that stuck with me. A few days later, I got a DM myself from someone who just said, "Yo, what's up?" No pitch, no offer, just normal human message. And that's when it clicked for me. I have heard people say it 100 times, be human when you sell. But that's what it actually means. You wouldn't walk up to a random person and immediately start pitching them your services. You would say hi, ask how they are doing, have a small talk and ask a few questions. And then if it makes sense, you'd mention what you do. That's the mind shift that changed everything for me. Cold DMs are not about selling, they're about starting conversation and building relationship with the customer. I made almost every mistake you can make early on. I wrote long messages thinking they look professional. I tried personalizing every single line to sound unique, and I opened with boring lines like, "Hope you are doing well, I saw your profile, really like your work," and I tried Loom videos, I tried voice messages, and none of it worked. People on Twitter don't have time for that, especially decision makers. If your message feels like a work to read, they will skip it. The truth is, your first line decides if they even look the rest. Once I cut my messages down to 2 to 3 sentences, replies instantly went up. Here's what actually works after 1,000 of tests and 5,000 cold DMs sent. First is context before outreach. Don't just cold DM people out of nowhere. Follow them, reply to a few tweets, like their post, so your name is familiar to them when you finally send that message. You go from random stranger to the guy who always drops smart replies. Second, keep it short, clean, and relevant. My best performing messages is still one of the simplest. "Yo, what's up?" Their name. It doesn't feel like pitch, it feels like curiosity. That's what makes people respond. Third is stay consistent, not aggressive. People overthink numbers. If you send 50 to 100 DMs a day, every day you will outperform someone who does 200 once a week and burns out. Cold outreach is a volume game, but consistency wins over chaos. The biggest mind shift for me was realizing that cold DMs are not about convincing, they're about qualifying. You're not trying to close a deal inside the chat, you're trying to find the right people to talk to. And the only way to do that is by staying human. Be curious, ask questions, don't try to sound like a marketer and sound like someone who understands their problems. Once I made that switch, the DM started feeling natural, and when you sound natural, people trust you. Now, everything I just showed you, I was doing manually, but once I nailed my system, I started automating it safely to send over 100 DMs or 3,000 DMs per month without getting banned, flagged, or shadow banned. And that's exactly what I will show you in my next video, how you can send over 20,000 DMs per month. But if you want to start right now, I have linked my free Telegram group down below. Inside you will find my actual DM templates, response tracking sheets, and short breakdowns on how to scale this into a client getting machine. Because getting clients on Twitter isn't luck, it's a math, psychology, and consistency. Thank you guys for watching and see you in my next video. Bye.